How's it hanging for all y'all this weekend? Sunday. Gotta make sure I get a great, fantastic start of the week going here. So, as the video title implies, we are doing some abs, shoulders, and biceps. Fantastic trio right there. Let's see. It is the 8th. Cool. Yeah, a lot of the previous live streams I've been saying, like, oh man, I gotta always be saving the abs for last. I gotta be a little more intentional hitting these guys first. So that's what we're doing, starting with the abs. That way, I'm not putting it off and half-assing it for the end of the workout. And this right here, fantastic ab exercise. One of the favorites. Roman chair, leg raises. You can do bent knee, it works. But what I do typically is try to do as many I try to do as many reps as I can, and then take a break, rinse and repeat until the total amount of reps added together equals 100. So we're aiming for like 4 sets at 25. Nice. Got 30 reps there, which means less reps we gotta do later. As you can imagine, more sets gets more fatiguing. All right, we're gonna try to very little rest period here. Hop right back into the next set. You're gonna want to stick around. We're doing some great exercises to really bulk up the biceps and the shoulders here. All my favorite exercises, all the ones that will get you the biggest pump going. And again, even for this ab exercise here, fantastic for the abdominals. It's got me the best ab results, I would say, out of any ab exercise I've ever done. So we did 30 reps, aim for another 30, bring us to 60 total. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, show that support. Only got to 25 reps there with that one, but it's all right. So we're at 55 reps total, which means just 45 more reps in total to go. How was everyone's weekend? You all do any fun stuff? You got some fun stuff coming up? for the week. Whew. Man, I'm liking the abs first. It's pretty nice. A cool trick y'all can do if you got a very specific muscle or body part that you're trying to really target for more growth, I'd say do it first. You got a good amount of people who, let's say, while we're on the topic of biceps, they really want to grow their biceps. They're doing a back and bicep workout. Start with back because, if you do biceps first, biceps going to be too tired to really get a super effective back workout. But if you're doing, if you want your biceps to grow more, it's like, so what? Start with the biceps. If you want your back to grow more, then yeah, start with back. But all right. We're going to try for 25 more reps here. Wrap up with 20 reps. Oh, I see the comment there. I don't see what it says, but I'll check in a sec. Oh, man. These abs fatigued. So we only did 15 that time. Not bad. But not 25, so. So we're at 70 reps total. Probably do 2 more sets of 15. Round it out, make it easy. Clock it. Oh, yeah. Oh, what's going on, Jose? Yo, good morning. Always watching. Number 1 fan. Oh, yeah, I already know. Look at that. You got the number 1 badge going right there. Morning at YouTube. Oh, yeah. Start off Sunday morning strong. It sucks because today got that daylight savings or whatever the bull crap is called. We shouldn't be messing with time. We're not wizards. Because right now it should be 9:15, but it's 10:15 because we decided to move it forward an hour. Some bull crap. Ugh. If I was president, I would first off get rid of the daylight savings. Bull crap. We don't need that. Really bad for people's health. Changing their schedules like that. I don't care if you change, doesn't matter if you change clocks. It's that internal clock that matters. So you got people changing their sleep schedule by an entire hour? Like, hell no. And I said, that'd be the first thing. What's the next thing? What gets more crazy after that? Next thing, President, United States. Metric system, fully enacted. No more imperial bullcrap. But it was only like 3 places that use the imperial system. So no miles, no feet, inches. We're going meters, kilometers, millimeters. That's how it's done. That's funny because I brought that up to people. They're like, yeah, but people are going to be having so much trouble gauging like what, like what the difference is in miles and kilometers. And they're like, all right, how many feet are in a mile? I don't know. Some people don't even know how many inches are in a foot. Like, that's crazy. How many centimeters are in an inch? I don't know. How many, what was it, millimeters are in a meter? I think 100, like, the metric system's so much easier, so everything would be switched to that. So we got no more daylight savings, A little more imperial system. Oh, we're gonna have to wait a sec for the third one. Oof. All right, we got one more set, 15. And then what's the third thing? Well, in America, everyone's forced to pay into Social Security, and there's no way of opting out of it unless you do some manipulative religious observance type of thing. I don't know what some like religious exemption thing. I'm not a fan of the idea of making it mandatory to pay into Social Security. If you're from the United States, give me a reason for why it should not be an option to opt out. And that's the big thing. I'm not saying get rid of Social Security. I'm saying give people the option to say, you know what, I don't want to do it. It'll stay automatic for the whole signing on to it thing, but at least provide people the option to be like, I don't want to continue it. It's funny, I know it's a fitness channel here, but got me on one of my little side rants. But oh, fantastic. Diabolic. Yeah, I've got not too much longer left of my workout. It's just going to be a single bicep exercise. We're going to do like 4 or 5 sets. And then a single shoulder exercise, about 4 or 5 sets as well. Oh, yo, what's going on, big arms? Hey. Ugh. Hopefully I could join a club. Sports in high school. I did some football, was not good at it, but didn't really even know how to play it at all. I was accidentally signed up. That's a story for another day. Or if you stick around till the end of the live stream, I'll explain that story, because that really got me started on my fitness journey. There was when my buddy accidentally signed me up for football. It's pretty funny, actually. Like, how do you accidentally get signed up for high school football? Well, I'll tell you when we get done the workout. So, yeah, fitness channel. Not really politics channel, but I'm just sharing my beliefs and opinions. So, Social Security, everyone, it stays normal how it is. We just add the option of giving people the opportunity to be like, I don't want to be forced to put my money into one of the worst investments I could possibly imagine. Why is it a worst investment possibly imagine? When you die, all that money you put in doesn't go to your family. It goes to other people, other just random people. It doesn't grow. You know, the inflation, the money you put in, by the time you get it back, it's not nearly worth as much as you'd think it is. For example, the money I'm putting into my Roth IRA, projecting it out to when I'm like 70 and I can take the money out, it's estimated to get to a point where it's at like $1.2 million. That sounds awesome. 1.2 million that you can have on the side when you're 70. Sounds good. But when you factor in inflation, the buying power of it is only around $400,000. Now, don't get me wrong. I would not complain about having $400,000. But when 1.2 million is equivalent to the same buying power as $400,000, that's absurd. So now imagine all the money I've invested over the years into my Roth IRA. I don't get the growth in it. I just get the money back that I put in. And I think by that point, it'd be around like $250,000 would be put in, and it makes like 1.2 million. So 1.2 million equals 400,000. What would 250,000 equal? Barely anything. And that's what happens when you get your Social Security back. On top of that, you're not getting it all back. Let's say you got a big purchase you want to do. Government's like, no, you can't be trusted with your own money. We'll give you an allowance, even though you're like at retirement age. You can't be trusted with your money. So we'll give you a little bit at a time. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, so give people the option to opt out, and if they've been contributing, that's the caveat, is you're not going to be able to get that money back. So if you choose to opt out, you can do so, but anything you put in, you're not getting back. And then there might be an extra added rule where it's like, before you could do that, you have to have at least 10% of your annual income invested into a long-term retirement account. Like, so there's those rules. It's like you have to intentionally opt out. When you do, you can't get back in. And in order to opt out, you have to have at least 10% put into a long-term retirement account, 10% of your annual income up until that point. And then any money that you did put into Social Security, you can't get back when you leave. I think those are some pretty good rules there. Ooh, sweet. Now, it's time for the funner part. Some biceps and shoulders, baby. Legs look very strong. Oh, appreciate that. Yeah, been trying to do my best to not have them be twigs. They're not like the biggest, but they're very defined. So you can tell it's like, oh, they're not large, but it's like of the majority of, like, my legs are mostly comprised of just muscle. So am I on anabolics? No. like as a like as a thing to take, I'm not. I just do my best to trigger that state of putting the body in a state of being anabolic, which means growing complex tissues, cell structures in the body. That's why they call it anabolic steroids, because they're steroids that don't necessarily grow muscle. But my mom had surgery a while back, and what do? They prescribed her steroids. Did she look like Arnold Schwarzenegger by the end of it? No, because it's not that type of steroids. But anabolic steroids are very popular. Or, well, the term anabolic is commonly associated with the use of steroids because anabolic steroids is the kind that are used for that muscle growth. But there's catabolic, which is the body tearing down and breaking down its own cellular tissue to utilize as energy or whatnot. And anabolic is the opposite of that. It's building up these complex structures. So build those structures. Get that bump. Oh yeah, you already know. Let's see, flex. Yeah. Well, we'll get the biceps and shoulders going soon, but let's see. We'll check the abs real quick. Ugh. Yeah, abdominals coming in there. I still gotta make sure I keep the calories low. Yesterday was a wash. I was Chicago style deep dish pizza, popcorn, ice cream candy, three spoonfuls of peanut butter, dipped in Nutella, some chocolate. What else? I feel like there's more. But yeah, slacking. That's what it was. But I guess my body was needing it. Actually, my mind was needing it. I was liking the idea of eating that much. We're just comparing physiques. You see, Do I use pre-workout? I use like a type of pre-workout. I only say type because the ingredients in it are not like the most like the main like pre-workout component in it is caffeine. If anything, it's more of a nootropic and a fat burner than it is a pre-workout, but I like to take it before my workouts to help keep me focused and get that little bit of a caffeination going. The thing I really like about it though, if you need to use the bathroom, that stuff just helps clear everything out. All right, we've got 25-pound weights stacked on here. Hey dude, yo, what's going on? Too good? I've been hitting the gym. Trap's looking good. Oh, thank you very much. So, been hitting the gym almost 20 minutes now, not including the warm up. But how long since I've started the journey? About 15 years. So I think I was around 16 when I kind of hit the gym for the first time, really. But the truth of like the major gains going is over the last like 2 or 3 years, I would say. Everything was very like up and down prior to like 2 or 3 years ago. All right, we're gonna hammer out these 4 sets of biceps with the straight bar, 25 pounds each side. We're going fairly heavy with this one, so kind of low reps. I don't recommend low reps. I like to keep it 12 to 16 reps, but I'm just doing the low reps here to kind of switch up the routine a little bit. There might be a couple cheat reps in this as well. We'll see. I'm just going to see how it goes. Yay. Felt pretty good for 8 reps. We're going to see if we can keep that intensity going there. I had to kind of skip some arms last week because I got some blood work done. Very inspired, don't have access to the gym. Oh, I got to get that gym membership going. Trying my best without it. More fit than fat. There we go. I appreciate the happy to know here to inspire. 15 is crazy. We're determined. I'm not still 15, just in case I didn't make that part clear. But it was very on and off. Like, it's not like I was 15. I'm like, I'm going to be committed. It's just like, no. My dad was like, hey, I'm going to this gym. It's pretty cool if you want to go. I was like, yeah. Went for a couple workouts and stuff, but yeah, a lot of trial and error trying to figure things out. This channel, do my best to really like distill all the things that just work and that are simple, everyone could do, and can get like a 90% of the way there. Like, it's like 90%, I want to get all the way there. It's like, trust me, like 90%, like that's, you get pretty far. See a lot of results with 90%. I only say that because it's not, my approaches are not the most 100% scientifically dialed in approaches, but it works. Like, Whew. Tomorrow we're gonna hit some triceps. It's gonna be a fun one. So if you're not subscribed, you want to make sure show that support. Hit that subscribe button for the tricep workout. Yay. There we go. First set is done. 8 reps of the 40 pounds lateral raises. We're going to do another set here of the biceps. It's so odd. I ate like crazy amount yesterday. Feeling pretty fatigued today. I don't know why, because digesting food requires a lot of energy. Whew. All right. We're at 25 minutes so far with the workout. I like to keep the workouts like 45 minutes max. Get the most out of each set, each rep. Yeah, how long you guys been hitting the gym for? What are you working towards? What's the goals? What questions you got? Because I'm here to help. Just dawned on me why I'm feeling maybe a little tired. It's because I started with the abs. So used up some of that immediate stored energy I had there. It's fun. Started watching Game of Thrones. I don't know if any of y'all have seen that series. I got season 2 yesterday. Strive to one day. Yes, it's fine with me. Oh, you got this. I believe in you. Just gotta have that goal set, that intentionality there, and the grace to give yourself some time. It's not gonna be fast. It doesn't have to take forever either. I spent so many years doing things, but it was a rocking chair approach. I was doing a lot of moving, but wasn't getting anywhere. So, gotta check out those videos on my channel. Got the fat burning playlist, got the muscle building playlist, all stuff I still do, all stuff I tell my clients to do. So if you're really looking to get that great physique going, get those gains, transformation, you gotta subscribe and you gotta click the playlist tab, you gotta watch one of the playlists, and then you gotta do the things in the playlist. There we go. Like, why did I just do 10 reps there? Well, I was able to do 10 reps, so I did the 10 reps. But in my head, I'm like, bro, we're going for 8. What you doing? But if you do more, do more. How you get the jawline? Well, not gonna lie, a little bit of it is the facial hair. Kind of helps shape it, but even when I shave, like I plan on shaving today, but I started getting in the habit of chewing gum more recently. I chew like the Nicorette nicotine gum for the benefits that it has with combating neurodegenerative diseases. That's a tongue twister. Helps a little bit with focus as well. If you're young, like under 21, you don't need to be chewing no Nicorette gum. If you're under 18, you don't got to be dealing with caffeine. But I've been habitually chewing this gum like every day. And it kind of helps with that there, but big thing too is get your body fat percentage around like 8 to 10%. It'll slim up the face. And then, because if it's all puffy, it's going to not have that jawline going. So, avoiding foods that cause you to get bloated and puffy. So, gets like 8 to 10% body fat. Avoid foods that are going to cause some bloatedness, puffiness. Chew some gum. And I do remember hearing somewhere about how testosterone levels can influence face structure. So if you're doing things that are killing your testosterone, like drinking alcohol, getting bad sleep, not getting outside in the morning to get some sunlight exposure to the eyeballs, bright lights at night when you're trying to go to bed, not getting the proper nutrients in, like multivitamins and stuff, having too much body fat or not enough body fat, all those things can factor into your hormones, making your body not optimally produce the hormones that it needs to. And I've shifted to that terminology of optimizing hormones because if you're a guy, doing all the things to optimize your hormones is going to help boost testosterone levels, growth hormones. If you're a woman, it's going to help balance and boost those estrogen levels. So it's not just things that boost testosterone. If you're a guy, it's going to boost testosterone. If you're a woman, it's going to help boost the hormone levels that make women more feminine. There's another thing as well. Drawing a blank. I'm trying to remember if it was in relation to hormone levels or not. Music's kind of distracting me here. So what did I talk about there? So chewing gum, getting body fat percentage with 8 to 10%, optimizing hormones. Breathing, how you breathe. I was hearing from Andrew Huberman. He talks about this book that he read called Jaws. Not the movie with the shark, but it talks about how people who habitually breathe through their nose and if you kind of like rest your tongue habitually like at the roof of your mouth, it helps to quite literally change the structure of your face, making it more visually attractive. So if you've seen Stranger Things and they talk about mouth breathers, breathing through your mouth genuinely gives the face like an unattractive structure. It's really odd. So things to help with that: breath strips over the nose at night or just throughout the day. People do the mouth taping. I'm not the biggest fan of that, especially if you got facial hair. It's gonna make it hard to tape the mouth. But it's just like over time being more aware of how you're breathing. So is it through the nose or is it through the mouth? And when it comes to stress, if you breathe from your thoracic cavity, like your upper chest, like people breathe, sometimes they're or they might be like see how it's like the upper body moving? Healthier wave breathing, which sounds weird, healthy wave breathing is in through the nose, out through the mouth, but you're filling your gut. So it's like more not. See how the chest inflates? You don't want that. There's a muscle called the diaphragm. It's right here at the base of, at the bottom of your rib cage. And when it contracts, it flattens out. So instead of like your chest opening, it's the diaphragm. And your abs contracting helps to squeeze the chest cavity. Or well, it more so compresses, helps to compress all the goodies, the organs in here, decreases the amount of space that's in your torso. What does that do? Compresses the lungs, pushes the air out. Some fantastic tips right there. But patient positive, amazing role model. Bro, you amazing. Appreciating the positive comments there, especially while I'm procrastinating here on my last two sets. Let's get after this. Yay. We're getting stronger, baby. Before we were only hitting 8 reps for the first set and then 6 reps after that. So that's 3 sets so far with 8 reps. Pretty good if you ask me. Whew. But yeah, if you like the positivity, you like the fitness talks, the practical tips for getting healthy, being in shape, reaching your goals, show some support, hit that subscribe button. You're out here working out, hanging out, getting in shape, having a good time. I'll be doing these live streams as frequently as I can whenever I'm hitting the gym. We're just hanging out, working out. It is great. All natural as well. At this point, I got to make sure I'm like emphasizing that. Trust me, I don't think I look like a guy who's on anything, but the title, the name there, tends to give the wrong impression sometimes. So let's get these 10 repetitions. All right. Right behind back, so came out. I know, I felt bad. I saw that too. I was hoping that wasn't the reality of what happened. Try to be very respectful, mindful when doing the recording. My hope is that most people see me talking to myself and they just don't even care. They're thinking maybe I'm talking on the phone or I'm just talking to myself. It's just a crazy guy who works out his shoulders all the time. Yeah, I hate. Well, actually, hate is a strong word, but I'm a strong guy, so I say it all the time. No, but I really don't like it when people are recording themselves and the camera's in a position where it's like people could be walking by, and it's like, okay, someone walked past the phone. Who cares? Like, ugh. Don't make it weird. Don't make it inconvenient for other people if you're recording yourself. Especially don't make it weird. Like, I've been to gyms, different Planet Fitness that I go to. Became buddies with one of the guys working there, and he pointed out, he was like he was like, oh yeah, the other day in one of the meetings, they actually used you as an example. Someone had asked like, well, if you see people using their phone and recording themselves, and they like whoever brought it up didn't know me by name, but they were like, oh well, you know that one guy comes in, he's got the hat sometimes, and he's working out, record it. Like he's very respectful with how he's doing it. Like that's fine, but if people are doing too much, then we can say something about it. But sometimes it doesn't. Like that guy, he's very respectful with how he does it. And I was like, oh hell yeah, because that's what I was trying. That's what I was going for. So. Yippee. All right, we got 10 there. Let's go. We're gonna hammer this guy out right here. Yeah, mainly I do the recording, the live streams. I like working out with you guys. You guys ask some fantastic questions, crack some hilarious jokes, and just makes it a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, I like working out with friends and stuff and family as well. But the thing I'm not the biggest fan of is like, oh, I was thinking we do this other thing instead, or what if we do this, or I don't really like to do that. I want to do this other thing. And I'm just like, I know what I'm doing because I went to college for this, and the things that I do produce results. So I want to keep doing the things that are getting me results. I don't want to be switching up what I'm doing. Every time I've done someone else's like exercise thing, routine, or they're like, you should try out this thing that I'd be doing. And if they don't have the result that I'm going after, and the thing they're talking about isn't going to get me closer to that result, and then it's like, don't do it. Like I've gotten injured way too many times doing some other person's BS workout. And then I'm just like, well, shit, like this is some bull crap. Get some great results, and I decide to do this thing that this other person does because they don't want to do my thing, and then I get injured. It's like, how long does it take to get rid of a big stomach? Fantastic question. A couple factors. Depends on how big the stomach is and how many habits you're trying to implement into getting rid of it. On average, healthy amount of weight to lose, like a pound of fat per week. And all it really takes is 300 calorie deficit, which means calculating the amount of calories that your body naturally burns on a daily basis. When you have that number, just subtract it by 300 and do not go over it. It's a natural 300 calorie deficit. After 10 days, that's 3,000 calories burned, which is about a pound of fat. Didn't even need to hit the gym. But Ryan, what's going on, Ryan? Yeah, we got Ramsey's fantastic question here. Happy Sunday. Yeah, we're getting starting the week off strong here. So natural 300 calorie deficit, and then if you go to the gym, hop on a piece of cardio equipment, wait for the amount of calories that it says that you've burned to get to 300. When you combine both those things, now you're at a 600 calorie deficit. After 10 days, that's 6,000 calories, almost 2 pounds of fat burned. And 300 calories burned in the gym on some cardio equipment is not that bad. Just don't try to hit the 300 in 10 minutes or 20 minutes. In the beginning, it might take 45 minutes. But then you get better and you get faster. You find ways to tweak the machine. You might increase the incline. You might increase the speed, increasing the duration. Like, you don't want to be on the cardio equipment gasping for air, unable to maintain a conversation. If you're doing that, you're going too ham. You want to be at a point where you're going just at the right level of intensity where if you were to go slightly faster, you'd be out of breath. Just don't get to the point of being out of breath. If you want to know more of the specifics on how to do that, you got to hit subscribe. Check out the playlist, the fat burning playlist on my channel. I go more in depth with the exact formulas for how to do that. All right, let's go. All right, one more rep. It's going to be a little bit of a cheat rep here, but brought out the Dumbo spirit animal there for a minute. Feeling like a giraffe. All right. Let's do this. You know what? Tempted to do a little bit of a burner set here. I'm just making that up. I said it might mean something else, but my idea of what this burner set is. Shorter rest time, we're just going to get right into it. Just try to get that last squeeze, a little burn going here. Might just be like 3 reps or something, but thanks for sub. Oh, appreciate that, Ramsey. Yeah, everyone follow Ramsey's lead if you want to get some great shape there. Hit that subscribe button. And also, if you're watching the videos, you got questions, if something's confusing, it's not making sense, that's on me to explain it better. So ask, I'll see the comment, I'll answer. If I don't answer the comment, it's just because YouTube didn't do a good job of pushing the notification to me. And that's a big thing as well. If you want your comments to be pushed to my notifications, YouTube does a better job of showing those comments when people are subscribed. So if you comment, I'm not answering, it's not me, it's YouTube. So comment again or whatever you got to do. And commenting on a comment sometimes, so make your own new comment. Most of the time I'll see it. YouTube does a decent job, don't get me wrong. But if I don't answer, it's not because I'm not checking the comments. Smith, I love using the Smith machine. We're going to use it tomorrow for triceps, actually. So if you want to check that out, or if you want to be here for tomorrow's workout, got me subbed. All right, let's see. You know what? I'm feeling like 5 or 6 reps here. Let's see. cheat rep here. All right, we gotta clean up shop here. Always gotta pick up the weights after yourself. Oh yeah, you gotta remember to like, sub, and share. I like that. We got one more set of the dumbbell lateral raises. If you stay till after the workout, I keep the live stream going. I'm going to be sharing the story of how one of my buddies accidentally signed me up to do football in high school. And that was actually the thing that really started me on my whole fitness and physique journey here. All right, all right. All right, we're gonna go 6 more reps each side. But real quick, liking the results here of the barbell curls. They do a good size. They could do a good job of adding that size there. Oh, yo, what's going on? You beer squad? How's your weekend going? Had a fantastic Sunday? All right, 6 reps. Nice, that is a workout. While you're hearing this disembodied voice, it's your conscience telling you to show support. Hit that subscribe button. Cool, now I'm back. Yeah, let's go home. Sorry about that. Hit the lock screen button there. What does that workout? So the one I was just doing a moment ago, the lateral raises, works at this outer part of the shoulder there. If you really want to get a larger looking upper body and really defined arms, you got to do those lateral raises. Makes the arms look much bigger as well. It's a really awesome cheat code there, making it look like you got a larger upper body and bigger arms. It doesn't require a lot of growth either, just a little bit of growth on those muscles. So it'll make it a lot of difference. Yep, a bodybuilder. Which one? Oh, just in general. Well, thank you. I'll just be lifting because it's fun. I want to look good, so. Ooh, all right. And his arms are crazy fatigued here. And yeah, that's the wrap there for the workout. Not a wrap for the live stream though. Going to be doing a little story time, but for the most part, at the end of the workouts, I always take the time to go in depth talking about specific fitness topics, whichever topic you want me to talk about. Feel free to comment if you got specific fitness questions. Feel free to comment them. I'll make sure to answer them. But if no one's got any specific questions, then I just do my own talks. What country? We got the United States over here, where we measure things in inches and feet and pounds. The only hard part about getting done with an arm workout, specifically biceps, is it's a pain in the butt to take off a backpack and stuff. Let's here and this on the watch. On my way back, exclamation point. Here we go. In America, yeah, specifically New Jersey, like 25 minutes from Philly. Ooh. Let's see, I want to be careful not to have the seatbelt mess with the mic that much. But yes, I was saying in the beginning of the workout that if you stay here till the end, I'll share the story of how I accidentally got signed up to play football back in my freshman year of high school, and how that kind of kickstarted my fitness journey. So Dad's at the gym right now. Oh, nice. Hope he's getting a fantastic lift going. So not a lot of people know this, and a lot of people actually forget this who know me. But when I was younger, when I was a kid, I was not in shape at all. I was overweight, out of shape. Pardon me for the shaky phone. It's just, I don't have a good car tripod setup, so forgive me. I was overweight, out of shape. If I stood outside for too long, I'd start breaking sweat. Didn't like taking my t-shirt off in public or in front of anyone, actually. Didn't matter if it was my parents, family members, a doctor. Going to the beach, swimming in a pool, always had my shirt on. And it was my summer going into high school. So fresh done being a middle schooler. And I get a random phone call from my friend. And he's like, yo, Alec, where you at? I was like, yo, what's going on, bro? I'm home. What are you doing? And he's like, well, I'm at the high school. And he's kind of said it in that tone. I was like, okay, what are you doing at the high school? And he's like, well, I'm here because they're doing the first day of, giving the information for football practice. Why are you not here? And I was like, because I don't know. Do I need to be there? And he's like, dude, yeah, I signed us up. so I thought you would be like we were talking about this. I thought you would be here. And I was so like, I do not remember talking with my buddy about this at all. By the way, for the car honk, if you heard it, that was me. The person in front of me was not moving. Yeah, I was like, I don't remember talking about this at all. And then he was like, Tom, and then he stopped for a second. He was like, oh crap, my bad, Alec. So what had happened was him and my buddy Tom were talking about doing football when high school started. You know, to make some older friends at the school, get some familiarity with the new building and everything like that. And they were like, we should do football because we're both kind of some heavy guys, and I heard that being heavy is good when playing football. And all three of us, if you had us standing side by side, someone who didn't know us would probably say like, oh, that's so cool. Like, they probably think we're all related or we're brothers. Like, we all look very similar because we're all just some chubby kids. So he mistook me for my friend Tom, as it was him and Tom having the conversation. So he signed up the wrong person, and I was like, oh, it's all good, man. Just don't worry about it. I guess like call Tom. He's like, no, you don't gotta worry about it. Tom's here. Crap. But yeah, I gotta figure this out. Hangs up the phone. And then I was about to go up to my bedroom, play some Halo, and do some matchmaking, shoot some noobs. But before I was able to start to make my way upstairs, my mom had overheard the phone call conversation. And she was like, oh, Alec, do you need a ride to the high school? I heard you talking to your friend. And I was like, oh, no, it's all right. It's just he thought I was going to be joining football. And she's like, yeah, I heard. I can drive you to the school. I was like, no, it's all right. It's like super last minute. And she was like, no, it's fine. I don't have anything I got to do. So I don't really even know how to play football. And she's like, well, from what it sounded like, he said it was just the day of giving like the info for it. So why don't you just go and hear what they have to say? I'm like, oh man, my mom's really pushing for me to go to this football practice here. I just want to play as Master Chief and stay in my bedroom all day doing video games. It's summer. I don't want to go to school now. And she was like, and if you join the football team, I'll hire you a personal trainer because I want to make sure you're doing all the exercises properly. I don't want some dad that's volunteering to do weight room to give you the wrong advice for stuff. Here, you know what? Let me go get my car keys right now. I'll take you. I was like, all right, I guess I'm going. And that right there really started everything. Now, this isn't some story about me being some miraculously talented athlete who never knew that they had these hidden skills. Not at all. It's not something where I immediately decided to take my life by put both hands on the steering wheel of my life and take control of my health. Nope, it wasn't one of those things either. I went to football. Every practice sucked, but there was something about it where the difficulty of it, there was something in my brain that was like, I need this. Like, this is good for me. And one of the football coaches, Coach Satchel, he had more of I don't want to say he had like more of a special interest in helping me out, but there was something that like I could tell where it was like him being more stern, him being more narrowly focused on me doing what I needed to do. It didn't come across as like, man, this guy hates me type of thing, or why is he making me do more work? But I think he could very much see like there was a little bit more in me that I was not tapping. And funny side story here, I got in a fight with one of the seniors. I think it was my freshman or sophomore year, but they're teaching this form for this way of defending the line so that you're being I'm blocking. I'm trying to keep the guy away from the quarterback. And we're doing this drill. The coaches are showing us this form of how to keep guys back. And I know nothing about football. So I'm like, okay, if this is how they say to do it, I'm going to do my best to do it that way, exactly how they say to do it. And wouldn't you know, listening to the guys that know what they're doing, you end up doing the thing pretty damn well. So I'm doing pretty good. And then we're going through the line, and it's supposed to be like each side kind of rotates, so you're getting practice with a different person each time. And my second time going through, it was this, it was either like a junior or a senior. Either way, crazy good player, varsity dude. And we only had to keep them away for like 5 seconds or something like that. So I'm going, and 5 seconds are up, and it was mad difficult. I just kept thinking, like, no, I just got to keep doing it how they said to do it. And this senior guy was really pissed. And he was like, something along the lines of, he's like, oh, you don't got to be trying that hard. And then we go back through the lines, and we're rotating through, and he purposefully like maneuvered himself in front of somebody else so that we would be lined up again. And we go again, and he's going like even more ham, but is like doing stuff where like he has like kind of clenched fists, and he's purposefully trying to like punch my forearms and stuff and kind of smacking my helmet a little bit. 5 seconds go by, still doesn't get by. And something was like, and done. And we stop, and it's 5 seconds, and I'm getting ready to like relax. And he does like one more hit on the shoulder. And I just was like, this guy. So I'm piecing together, like, this guy's got some ego going on. And then I can see he just like moves someone to the side, and he gets in front of them because he wants to line up with me again. And then we're going, and I'm up, and then he's up, and he's just like, yeah, not this time. Like, he's got this whole plan in mind. And we go, and we're at like 3 seconds in, and he could tell he's not going to get by. And then he does like this maneuver. He like kind of punches my arm out of the way, smacks the helmet, and then like uppercuts. I guess he was really trying to like punch me in the jaw, but it ended up hitting me in the jaw. But I had my mouth guard in, and then my helmet flies off. And I kind of was like, what? All happened so fast. And then I get down on one knee, and I'm on one knee, and I'm thinking, so he just punched me in the face, did a move where he illegally took off my helmet just because he was being insecure that someone who's less experienced than him is keeping him held back. And I was like, well, I can either stay on a knee and everyone's seeing this, or I can get up and hit him back. And then I was like, I'm going to get up and hit him back. So on one knee, literally, I kind of jump up, grab him, lift him up, and then wham, have him on the ground. And I don't know what I was going to do next, but I just was like, went to like lift my arm up, and then Coach Satchel, like, I do want to, whoa, and he like kind of pulls me off. And my nickname at the time was Mama's Boy, because my mom helped get me to the football practice. She tried her best to be as plugged in to the football like world as she could to know what was happening. And she was like, she knew Coach Satchel was going to be my coach, and she's like, take extra care of my boy. He's not athletic, doesn't do sports. So ever since the beginning, my nickname was Mama's Boy. So he pulls me off, throws me to the side. He's like, Mama's Boy! And he pushes me away from everyone. And I was like, sugar. Shoot, he's going to be just drilling into me. Just, what the hell is wrong with you? He starts to go, I can't believe you were trying to fight another teammate. I'm like, here he goes. While he still has his damn helmet off. Or no, while you have your damn helmet off, and he still has his on. I was like, what? And then he goes on to explain. He's like, what you gonna do? You're gonna punch him through his helmet? Stupid. He could hit you damn square in the head. You got no face protection. You can't fight a man in the face when he's wearing his damn helmet. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, and he's about to walk away, smacks me in the chest, like backhand a bit. And he's like, don't fight your damn teammates. And I was like, okay. It was just like the funniest thing. And one of my friends afterwards, he was like, holy crap, Casson. He's like, I didn't realize you had it in you. The moment he hit you in the face and you went down on one knee, you got up instantly and attacked the man. And in my head, like as I was explaining my thought process through it, that's how it felt. That's how slow it felt. I was like, did he just hit me in the face and rip off my helmet? He did. And everyone saw that. And I can either be here on one knee and take that, or I can get up and hit him back. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get up and hit him back. But in my head, I guess with the adrenaline, and it was such an instant like thought process, like that was the pattern that my brain went through, but it went through it so fast that what it looked like was like rips off the helmet, punches me in the face. I get down on one knee, and then I get up and hit the guy, which is probably what allowed me to like get him up off his feet and knock him down. He was like 5 inches taller than I was at the time. But yeah, that was just like a very memorable moment there while playing football. But yeah, combination of doing the football, doing the hard things, seeing that I wasn't made of glass, and learning how to exercise properly. And then I would say almost more importantly, being upfront and honest with what my fitness goals were at the time, which for me, I wanted to lose body fat. I didn't want to have a fat stomach. I wanted to have a six-pack. But when I was working with the trainer, fantastic guy, we're still buddies. But at the time when I was a kid, I kept saying I wanted to get strong. Because at that time, as I was a kid, guys burning fat, that was not a thing promoted or talked about at all in the fitness industry. It was girls lose fat, guys get strong, or they get big. I was already big. I was overweight. I didn't want to get big. I wanted to burn fat, but I felt embarrassed to say that. So I kept telling my trainer, I want to get strong. I want to get strong. And he was really helpful with that. And then I would show him these different workouts or these different approaches to things. And he's like, you don't want to do that. No, that wouldn't work. You don't want to do that. I was like, oh, cool. Good to know. And he's like, and the reason why is because that's more of a fat burning thing. That's not going to help you build strength. And I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. But when I really was starting to be honest with like what I wanted my results to be, what I wanted the end goal to be, and I could be vocal about that and upfront about it, then I started getting closer to getting those goals. And now I tell people, I'm like, I like to work out because I want to look good. I want to build the muscles. I want to get some bigger shoulders, bigger biceps. If you want bigger biceps and you're doing a back and bicep routine and you save the very last exercise, and the very last exercise is you working your biceps, it's like, guess what? You're not gonna grow your biceps that much. And it's like, but I got to do back first, because if I do biceps first, I won't work out my back that well. And it's like, well, is getting a fantastic back workout, is that part of your goals? And it's like, no, but I gotta, you gotta do big muscle groups first and then the smaller muscle groups, because you're only as strong as your weakest link. And it's like, are biceps your weakest link? Well, I mean, yeah. Then do them first. If you want a bigger back, then it makes sense. Work your back. If you want to be balanced, then I guess, yeah, do your back and do your biceps. But if you're not balanced and the weakest link is your biceps, do your biceps first. And then when you do back, guess what happens? It's like an extra bicep workout. And a little side note on top of it, if your biceps are fatigued by the time you work your back, subconsciously, it's going to kind of force you to work your back even more because your biceps can't take over the movement. A little cheat code there. There's guys doing back workouts where I'm looking and I'm like, you're really using a lot of your biceps. They're barely working their back for it. I've had guys who are doing bench press to work their chest and they're like, man, my shoulders and triceps are on fire. That was a great workout. And I'm like, all right, we got to decrease the weight. And I'm like, why do we got to decrease the weight? And it's like, because how does your chest feel? And I'm like, yeah, it feels good. It's like, yeah, but does it feel like your shoulders and triceps right now? And they're like, no, it doesn't. It's like, exactly, we got to decrease the weight. Your body's not confident to move the weight by using mainly your chest muscles to move it. So we got to decrease the weight. We got to train your brain to get familiar with using mostly your chest. We decrease the weight and they're like, holy crap, my chest has never felt so sore before in my entire life. And it's like, exactly. So sometimes got to make those tweaks. So I'm home. I'm really hungry. I want to shower. So we're going to end the live stream here. And if you want to be here for tomorrow's tricep workout, go on, hit that subscribe button, show that support. And if you like these like little fitness talks, you want to be here for more of those conversations, obviously you want to be subscribed. And if you are subscribed, you can check out my channel. I got a whole playlist. Got a whole playlist of fat burning videos and muscle building videos. So go check those out if you want to get some great shape. Until next time, go out, go sweat, drink protein shakes, enjoy your weekend. Let's get this week started right. I'll see you guys in the next workout. Oh, narrator, so chat's easily heard. That's a good idea. Oh yeah, Boxer. What's going on, Box Rex? Wait, yeah, because yeah, Box Rex. I remember I don't know what I was saying before, but look jacked. Oh, thanks, Dennis. We've been going. Worked at Burger King. My buddy worked at Burger King for a bit. He was getting some free food. He liked it. I liked the free food. Came back. Something happened. 6 foot 20 inches. Nah, 6'1", but yeah, my bad, Box. I was like totally going on my own rants there. Have breaks between yaps. Was in lecture. So I'm live. Just want to say hi. But yeah, Box, always appreciate having you there. Diabolic, no, don't go. All right. I'll stay on for like 2 more seconds. Because I was being rude. Neglecting acknowledging y'all. But I do got to go because hungry and I got to shower and everything. But be here for tomorrow's workout, tomorrow morning. Kind of like Baby No Money. I don't know who that is. I'll have to look them up. But appreciate having y'all here. That's why I do live streams, like talking, hanging out with y'all. So hopefully get to see y'all here for the next live stream. All right, y'all. Peace.